All right, on me. What's up, good people? This your boy Joe Blaze 1000. This is 1000 Watts Radio. I hope your day is going good. I hope your day is going fine. I hope everything is A-OK. Again, this is Joe Blaze 1000. This is 1000 Watts Radio. Just coming through to drop some gems, to put some out there. Like I did last time on this pink book lesson tip. Today she dropped something and it kind of pushed me to the limits, so I can come through and let you know. Naomi, thank you for coming through. Peace and blessings. Time, I see you dropping in. Peace and blessings, brother. Corey Joe S2 better. That's me. Y'all already know. So I ain't gonna, what they say, belabor the point. I'm not gonna hold on into it. I'm just gonna come on in and drop it. So let me bring down the background music just a little bit, cause Pink Book got our own background music, and then we gonna play it like this. I put mine down just a little. It's in there, but not much. All right, here we go. Let's go.
Up in Florida for issuing CDLs to undocumented immigrants, commercial driver license to undocumented immigrants, and they did not pass any tests. They just gave them money for these licenses.
It's bad enough that we are on the road with people who can't drive. It's even worse when we're behind someone who's driving an 18-wheeler with no formal training and purchases his CDL.
Evidence suggests that hundreds, if not more than 1,000 fraudulent driver's licenses were issued as part of this scheme. It's been ongoing for over 2 years, and this investigation is continuing.
I know we early, and I stopped it because I just wanted to stop him, and I'm going to go back just a little bit. Let's see, let's go back about right there. I'm going to play it again so I can hear what he said, and y'all can hear what he said. Let's go.
Were issued as part of this scheme. It's been ongoing for over 2 years.
That's a lie.
This investigation.
How'd it go?
Is continuing.
The lie detected that was a lie. He said 2 years. I'm going about 2 years. Come on, man. Let's keep it 1,000. This been going on for longer than that. But I'm going to let him go ahead and keep dropping his game, and we're going to listen to it, and I'm going to come back. I think I'm going to come back to it. It's locked in. 30 seconds in, I think it is.
To be ongoing, and will expand statewide as we work to identify those who receive licenses illegally and hold all parties accountable.
In that same conference, they confirmed that Florida is not the only state that is involved. They stated that California, Illinois, New York, Texas, and even Pennsylvania are part of the scheme, and it's an ongoing investigation. So do not be surprised when you start seeing more CHP officers pulling over these big rigs.
So have you heard about the scandal at the DMV in Florida? So apparently they have sold over 1,000 CDL licenses to illegals. Sold them. And then I think they've somehow ended up in other states like New York, etc. They're arresting people. This is just from, I think, one office. I think you heard several months ago about they're talking about like a lot of truck drivers not speaking English and all that. Well, hello. If the Florida DMV is selling the CDL licenses to the illegal immigrants, what other states' DMVs might be selling licenses to illegal immigrants? I wonder.
All right, there go commercial. Let's cut to this right here. Fool y'all. Back on me. Sorry about that, good people. YouTube just they gonna make you buy their stuff like strong. I'm like, hey, all right, here we go. Let's get back into it.
immigrants, what other states' DMVs might be selling licenses to illegal immigrants. I wonder.
This is absolutely crazy and a public safety threat to everybody, yet the mainstream media isn't interested in this story. 8 people got arrested in Florida after it was revealed that they had been a part of a driver's license scheme for about 3 years. This all happened down in Bay County, Florida. That's Panama City Beach. They have been running a scheme in Panama City where employees down...
Let's stop it. Let's talk about it. Let me go back just a little bit and see if I can catch what she just said.
That they had been a part of a driver's license scheme for about 3 years. This all happened down in Bay County, Florida. That's Panama City Beach.
Let's see if I can
threat to
catch it.
everybody, yet the mainstream media isn't
There it
interested
is, right
in the
there.
story.
The mainstream media is not playing this story. The mainstream media is not playing this story. But guess what? When one of these people on this screen driving down the road, run your family off the road, all you media people and whoever else, senators, congressmen, whoever you are, when they driving down the road and they run your family off the road and they absolutely decimate your family because they don't supposed to have these license, okay, this need to be talked about because it's a whole problem, and it ain't just started 2 years ago. It hasn't just started 3 years ago. This been going on for a while. They just got caught doing it. Just got caught. So now that what they call them, T-Money, old T-Money, and now they done start tightening up on stuff. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's get back into it.
People got arrested in Florida after it was revealed that they had been a part of a driver's license scheme for about 3 years. This all happened down in Bay County, Florida. That's Panama City Beach. They have been running a scheme in Panama City where employees down to the tax collector's office worked in cahoots with other scammers, third-party individuals that ran their own companies that supposedly helped illegal immigrants. They all plotted together to get illegal aliens hooked up with fraudulent driver's licenses, and not just a regular license, but commercial licenses too, CDLs. Which means while you're driving on the highway, you have people driving next to you and your family in 18-wheelers who are not citizens. They never passed any rigorous requirements to be operating that truck.
Let's do it. She said these folks don't have no kind of license. They don't have no kind of training. Driving down the road beside you and your family. I tell my wife all the time, just to let y'all know, just in case I didn't say it, and I probably didn't, I'm a CDL driver. I have my CDLs. So this right here, I'm passionate about this. I tell my wife all the time, and I'm telling you guys, when y'all see a big truck, please do not drive by this side of the truck right here y'all see. Do not drive on any part of this side of the truck. Not that it's a blind spot, but a lot of times drivers don't drive. I'm trying to correct the way I speak. Drivers, they don't drive. They actually be doing something else like eating, paying attention when we supposed to be on the road, looking on the road, but they might be got your chips in your hand, whatever, and that truck might swerve just a little bit, so he's gonna come over the line. What I'm telling y'all is, do not be on this side of the truck. Please do not, especially around those rear tires. You should drive for JB Hunt. And I apologize for saying that name. I shouldn't have said that name. Oh man, I shouldn't have said that name. Anyway, let's do it like this. There's companies, not just the company I just mentioned, and X them out. If you heard it, just X them out. There's companies that pull those containers. The containers are the one that go through the rail yard. Those back tires on those trucks are so, what's the word I'm looking for? Volatile. I'm going to say volatile. That they could come out and put a brand new tire on this truck, and we can go down the road 50 miles and that tire will pop again. When those tires pop, it's like an explosion. Boom! And rubber get all over the road and whatever. And that truck could do anything. The truck could swerve. That truck could. So don't hang around those back tires of those trucks. Try not to hang around trucks, period. Go around them. They said you go around the left side, because the right side is suicide, because they say that's a blind spot over there. That some, and I do agree, because I have check my mirrors before, and then I couldn't. Some car got past me, or they was going so fast that it slipped my vision. So go around on the left side of the truck, not the right side. If you're looking at it from the back, if you're behind him. So imagine somebody who don't know the rules and regulation of the road. Imagine somebody who don't care because they over here just trying to get money, how many hours to drive and where to drive. Y'all wonder why the bridges are being tore down, because people don't know the law. They don't read the signs. They don't read inches. They read centimeters. And it's a lot more than just Hispanics. It's a lot more than just Asians, because those are only two people they mentioned in this video. It's cats from all over in these trucks that don't have any type of formal training. But let's get back into it. They may go to a commercial on me.
In the first place is very dangerous. They could be responsible for 80,000 pounds on the highway at any given time, placing you and everybody else on the road in extreme danger. Not only that, one of the scammers got caught with $120,000 cash inside of their home. That's probably more than 5 times their actual pay. They found that cash in their home. All of this is absolutely ridiculous. We're going to get into it, but first, take a second to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you haven't subscribed to Pink Book Lessons, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if you still got C19 and you just sick in the bed, but hey, go over to Pink Book Lessons, subscribe to her, and I got the link in the description for this video, so please go over there and subscribe to her. Watching from Bay County, drop Panama below in the comments. Won't waste any time. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Local, state, and federal authorities say they've uncovered a scheme where illegal immigrants were issued valid driver's licenses, and it all passed through a Bay County government office. As News 13's Grace Velez tells us, Florida Attorney General James Uthmeyer joined Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford for a news conference this afternoon, laying out the details.
Public corruption brought Attorney General James Uthmeyer to Bay County Thursday. Officials say 2 Bay County Tax Collector's Office employees were providing undocumented individuals driver's licenses in return for compensation.
Wow. Evidence suggests that hundreds, if not more than 1,000 fraudulent driver's licenses were issued as part of this scheme.
The employees, identified as Bencelli Velasco and Demetrius Smith, allegedly skipped steps and proper testing, then issued the licenses in exchange for cash or a Cash App transaction. Ford believes people from all over the state traveled here to buy the licenses and that it had been happening for about 3 years. But Bay County Tax Collector Chuck Perdue says they only noticed the suspicious activity last month, then contacted Ford's office.
Back on me. Sorry about that, good people. Those commercials are coming through. They got to get their money. They got to get their bread. They got to get their paper. They got to get their Strilla. So yeah, I'm kind of passionate about this on this trucking deal, man. So it's a lot of stuff going on. I think it's a lot of politics to it. You know, I think they was just letting them slide, but now that they got pressure on them, or it was maybe a different regime in there, and they was just letting it ride. Cause I got. Well, I'm gonna let it play on now. I got a little more commentary. She had some very good points on her Pink Book Lessons, But I got some more, because I do believe I know. There we go.
And contacted Ford's office.
I was starting to review our month-end reports, and I was seeing where, on average of my 80 employees, an employee on average during the month will do 20 to 25 road exams. I had one employee, Mr. Smith, who did 295 exams one month. So those exams take about 20 minutes each. So doing the math, there's not that many work hours in the week, right?
Bay County Sheriff Tommy Ford says the investigation has been ongoing for around a month, with the majority of headway being made on Wednesday. So far, there have been 8 arrests, and officials have seized around $120,000 from the illicit proceedings. Some of the arrests were individuals caught with the fraudulent licenses, and others were people acting as brokers. Officials cited the involvement of a Callaway business called Cuba Max.
The investigation also led us to arrest 5 additional individuals who are acting as brokers running local businesses that claim to assist with immigration paperwork, but instead arranged illegal transactions and funneled aliens from as far away as Miami to obtain licenses fraudulently.
Uthmeyer and several others blamed the Biden administration for the illegal activity.
I think today is yet another example of how the Biden border policy puts American families at risk. Here you've got hundreds of aliens that are cheating, that are breaking the law, that are buying driver's licenses without taking the test, getting on the roads, putting everybody in danger. So, if there's any silver lining to come out of this terrible, discovery, it's that law enforcement.
It didn't just start with Biden, sir. It did not start with Biden. It started long before Biden. I believe, I'm going to have to say it. It may be Democrat, it may be Republican, either one. Both have compromising views or situations they got going on where they can be like, oh, yeah, just pay it. Just pay it. If you can pay for it. And they put the motoring public at risk and the American people at risk for the almighty dollar bill, y'all.
Enforcement worked very well together.
So, have you guys heard about the Florida DMV that they've arrested some of their employees for selling CDL licenses?
He in a truck.
These people are not even qualified to have them, let alone go through, the proper
his bunk back there.
procedure to get one. These people sold them to illegal immigrants.
No, he hot.
They're not even qualified to have a CDL, but yet they sold them. And from what I heard from the press conference, it could be up to over 1,000 CDLs.
Oh, more than that, bro. Absolutely more than that.
They just got caught up in Florida for issuing CDLs to undocumented immigrants, commercial driver license to undocumented immigrants, and they did not pass any tests. They just gave them money for these licenses. And it was thousands of undocumented immigrants that they gave these CDLs to without passing any tests. And come to find out, they was using local businesses, pretending like they was helping these immigrants file paperwork, but instead, these businesses was used for illegal transactions. 8 people was in on this scheme, and they found $120,000 in one of their apartments, cash. And getting these commercial driver's licenses is no easy task. You have people spending thousands of dollars to go to school just to pass these tests.
Let's do it. Let's talk about it. They say follow the money. One of my partners went to school. When I went to school, it was probably back in the early 2000s. I probably paid like $3,000-$4,000 for mine. One of my partners went to school and he got all endorsements. He got A class and all the endorsements, meaning he went and got the A class, meaning he can drive a 80,000 pound commercial vehicle. He got all the endorsements. He got hazmat, he got tankers, he got doubles, he got triples, and I don't even know if it's in there. I think that's all you can get right there. Of course, air brakes come with that anyway, but he got all that. I think Cuz paid like 10 bands for that. So they go in and they just don't have to do no work. And dude was in school. My partner was in school for 10 months. And these cats going in, I can get it to you in a week, just da-da-da-da-da, boom. And you on the road, driving, whatever. You see that? He said 8 people arrested, $120,000. See, just like it was more than 8 people, it's more than $120,000 sitting out there somewhere. The 8 people was just there. I don't know. They just who they found. But bro, when I tell you, it's probably unlimited number. But let's go ahead and get into it, cause she gonna come up on something that I got something to say about. Go ahead, let's go, partner. Let's go. Let's go.
And I can only imagine this is not only in Florida. It's just that Florida got busted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Florida is the one that got caught. But I'm pretty sure this is nationwide. This is going on all over the place, not just Florida.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think some people realize how dangerous this is. You have people walking around with CDLs that are not citizens. They can't speak English, so they can't read pertinent road signs, nor do they pass a test, written or the driving test, because they got hooked up with one of these people here who then hooked them up with 2 employees down to the Panama City DMV. That's how they got these licenses in exchange for cash. Cuba Max was one of the main companies named in the scam, but it wasn't just Hispanic companies. There was also a 58-year-old Chinese Vietnamese man that was also arrested. He was collecting money from his people too, bringing them in to get these licenses. So not only did Hispanic illegal immigrants get these licenses without the proper testing and following protocol, but Vietnamese and Chinese illegal immigrants were.
See, like I said this earlier. She only mentioned Vietnamese and Latino, Mexican, or Hispanic. We're just gonna say Hispanic. She only mentioned those 2. But I know for a cold fact you got Russians here. I know for a cold fact you got Ukrainians here. The list goes on and on. How I know this? Because they riding around with them flags. They riding around with the flags. And then I don't speak the language, but I can tell by their dialect what type of language they speak. And most of the time I can hear certain languages and I know it's not, let's see, Chinese. It's not Vietnamese. It's not, it might be a Thai language, or it might be, if it's a Russian, I might think it's Russian, but it might be a Ukrainian, because those kind of sound alike. But they riding around with these flags on, and they riding down the road. I witnessed this. This ain't something I heard. I witnessed this. I'm in another truck driving by these guys. So on these newer trucks, they got shades so they can block the sun out. But they got it on there not for you can drive down the road with them closed while you driving, but you might be sitting, so you need some shade. You just pull those down. These cats driving around with these shades down while they driving. Feet up on the dash. When I say feet up on the dash, you ever seen somebody with their feet out of the window? Yeah, feet up on the dash and their phone on the steering wheel, driving down the road. And with a care in the world. And what pissed me off, that right there is enough to make me explode, because I'm in another truck beside them. You going 50, 55 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone. So I'm like, why this dude going so slow? I know he in a owner-operator's truck. It's the difference between the owner-operator and the company truck. Company trucks usually have tags on them like Schneider, JB Hunt, Crete, the list goes on. All those big carriers, they usually have those. Those trucks usually don't go but about 65. At the most, they probably go like 68. Those are the speed. But the ones that don't have tags on them, or they got like a weird, crazy name, like Super Truck #1 or Big Boy Trucking or whatever the case, those trucks can go upwards of 72 to 75 miles per hour. Matter of fact, quick story. Let's go to the left. This is when they used to talk on CB. They don't talk on CB radios no more. So they going back and forth on the CB radio. You really didn't like listen to it because it was a lot of nonsense going on most of the time, not all the time. So this cat was on there talking crazy. Man, y'all ain't got nothing on me. I got this, that, and my truck can go blah, 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 blah. He said his truck can go like 90 miles per hour. And matter of fact, the crazy part is I'm on the CB listening to this stuff. I'm in the right lane, and he coming down probably about 4 or 5 miles up, and he flying. He went past us like we was standing still. This is in a tractor truck. So I know that these trucks can at least go the speed limit. He not doing the speed limit. What he doing? 55 miles per hour, between 50 and 55. So I'm like, what is wrong with it? Something must be wrong with his truck in my mind. So I get in the left lane to go around him. Mind you, I'm not in a I'm in a company truck. I'm not driving for myself now. I'm driving for a company. So the truck only go like 68, pressed down, all the way down. So I go around this guy. And when I go around him, I look over into his truck. Boy, I was 38 high. I stood on the horn like, get off your phone, bruh. Get off your phone and get your feet off the dash. What are you doing? So this is going on. Y'all, and absolutely it was one of them. It wasn't one of us. Yeah, I do believe some of the young dudes they do probably participate in the nonsense like that. But I think a lot of times it be these people that don't give a damn about the motoring public and anybody around them. It's cats like this and all those individuals who out there stealing CDLs, thievery. Peak Book Lesson is gonna she gonna break it down some more, and then I got a little bit more to drop. Let's go.
Also able to fraudulently obtain these licenses too. Meanwhile, Maria and Dontanarius Montavious was working down to the tax collector's office, making buku cash in cahoots with these third-party scammers, allowing these people to obtain official licenses. And they got paid a lot of money to do it. $120,000 in cash found in one of their apartments. Then the female DMV employee, she got more charges than Dontavious Montenario Smith, but we all know Demetrius is about to get the real jail time here. Up here risking his freedom for some illegal immigrants, getting them official documentation, acting like they were tested when they weren't, giving them access to official CDL licenses that they turn around and use to get jobs with these logistic companies who starve actual Americans out by taking advantage of cheaper labor.
Right here. I'm finna stop it right there. I'm glad this is a good shot too. So she's saying that they starve actual Americans out. I got something to say about it. Let's do it. So if you, like I said, my point is this has not just been going on for the last couple of years, 3 years. Nope, it has not. That's an absolute zero. False. So this is the meat of my story, and this is what it is. So in Florida, if you go down to Florida, I think you go down there right now. Maybe not. You go down there right now as a owner operator. Hey, even as a company driver, it's hard to find loads out of Florida. I am not lying. If anybody is in the chat that drive trucks, put a fire emoji in it. I couldn't think of nothing else. Put a fire emoji in the chat saying I'm telling the truth. And if I'm not, then put a thumbs down emoji in the chat. Or put it in the comments. Now let me know your experience, because I know for sure when I used to go down to Florida driving my own truck, they could never get me a load out of down there. Either I was deadheading, which is you don't have anything on your truck, or either it was a load I didn't even want to take it because it was so cheap. They weren't paying. Why was it like that, you ask? So it's a gross population of Hispanics in Florida. We all know that. Evidently, they have the freight on lockdown. And if you think they haven't just been, this is a few years ago when I went down there. And I know even before it was hard to get freight. Now, back in the days, not so much. Probably back in the early 90s, maybe not so much. But after that, you can't hardly get any freight out of down there. You can't get freight out of Florida. Why? Because the Hispanics have that freight on lock. If you're not Hispanic or you're not in that little group, you're not in that little clique, then you won't get it. If you think all those people got their CDLs legitly, you fooling yourself, you lying to yourself, and the truth ain't nowhere to be found in you. I'm telling you, I know this. So, recent story. One of my partners got a truck. He owned his own truck. He got, he doing pretty good all over. You go up north, Midwest, wherever. He'll tell you to this day, hey, you go down to Florida, you're going to be stuck down there. Yeah, ain't no coming out of there. Matter of fact, he Publix, and I hate to mention these companies, but it is what it is. It's obvious. They have I believe their company is out of Florida. My partner said, man, he surprised he got he got some loads out of there. Matter of fact, driving for Publix, if I'm not mistaken. And he said after a while it just dried up. He said he was trying to talk to the female. She was Hispanic. And she was like, I don't have nothing. Why? Probably because they got some of they non-CDL drivers in there. Or, like I said, they ain't letting you in. If this wasn't America, I would be mad. No, if this wasn't America, I wouldn't be mad. You couldn't be mad. This ain't your country. This their country, whatever. But this is America. Why good Americans can't get no job? Why good Americans can't get no good loads? Why good Americans can't go down here and, we getting loads everywhere else. I can go to Savannah. I can go to Kentucky. Texas is booming. I can go up to Missouri, get all these good loads. Nebraska, all these great loads coming out of there. But go down to Florida, you stuck. Why? No, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And I just look at it like, I think this is a good thing. I think they should have been testing this out, because they're very hard on CDL drivers, and I believe, and not all the time, but I believe this is part of the problem. Like, the rules are so strenuous being a CDL driver right now. It's a lot of drivers saying you can't even make money out here with the way they have the rules set up. And this is part of our problem, because these people get on the road, don't have CDLs, or they might just be on some nonsense, get out here, drive these trucks, cause accidents, and cause laws to change. So, yeah, it's crazy. Let's go. Let's get back into it.
Driving down rates across the entire trucking industry. This is absolutely horrible, and everybody involved should be held accountable. I don't want to see Chung Lee, Maria, and Jose with probation, and Monterio Dontavius get 20 years. They better all be held accountable, lock them all up, convict them all, and sentence all of them accordingly with the same time. Again, this is a serious safety issue. These people who can't even drive and read the road signs are getting licenses to handle 80,000 pounds on the highway. Do you know how insane that is?
Insane.
Let's go ahead and get the conversation started.
I just want to say that I'm kind of pissed off that this is not in the main media. This should be what they call sweep. A team. My team, what it do? Yeah. This is crazy. I'm mad that the media hasn't got a hold of this and pushed it out there. Oh, we got bro. But I guess it just takes somebody to get knocked off, deleted in their family for them to feel some kind of way. Oh, now we need to do something. Now this need to happen because they're over here driving our trucks because somebody done fell asleep and they've been driving for 5 days straight with no sleep because they don't care about your laws. They've been driving for 5 days straight because they don't care nothing about your rules and regulations. They don't care. They don't give a damn about a CSR score. They don't care. Why? Cause guess what? They not citizens anyway. They could care less. Only thing they see is green. Only thing they see is green. So I guess that's it. I think she said a little something else. Let me see. She said, let's see. Let me see. Let's go back into it.
Tell me what you think about this below. Special thank you to...
Yeah, that was it. So that was it, yeah. But let me see. I said 30 seconds. She said something that I was going to go back into. Let's see.
Game. It's been ongoing for over 2 years. And this investigation is continuing.
2 years. 2 years. Okay. If that's what you think. No, this has not been going on for 2 years. It's been going on probably for decades. you guys just didn't catch it. You guys just didn't find it. Nobody had any accidents. They just so happened to get by. And it's been going on. Like I said, in Florida, it's been going on for a while because you can't even get loads out of Florida. I hear another story. This one is about a company I used to work for. I ain't gonna mention their name. So I had been at the company for about 6 years. And I guess they couldn't. No. I'll tell you what it was. So I've been in the company about 6 years, and I went up to HR for whatever reason. And I went in there, and it was a Hispanic chick in there. And I was Hispanic, and I noticed it was a lot of Hispanics coming in. Didn't realize what was going on, but yeah. So I went in there, and when I first got to the company, I had to take they had math tests, almost like school, English tests, all this little stuff. You had to take, make sure you could count and all this kind of stuff. So, most of us Americans can do basic math and whatever, and you got in there. So I went up to I was about 6 years in, 5-6 years in, went up to the HR. I forgot what I had to go up there for. I think I was looking for somebody, and she had moved on. And I went in there, it was a Hispanic chick in there. Matter of fact, it was 2 Hispanic chicks in there. And it was a bunch of people in there applying. Most of the people in there applying was Hispanic. Could they speak English? No. Could they do the math? No. Why? Because they couldn't speak the English? No. Why? How did they get jobs? Because the females in there over HR, they was doing the test for them. They knew the answers, so they just did the test for them. And then they got in, and then they flooded this company, and they probably still in the company. We know they didn't have legit social securities, and they didn't have no I-9s or whatever. They just got in there, and they just somehow finagled the way. It's a way to get by. A lot of us don't have to do that or don't know about it because guess what? We got our citizenship. We know how to do what we got to do. We don't have to worry about not knowing the language or all this kind of stuff, but they're getting in. So I say that to say the same thing has been going on in Florida. It ain't just started. It's been going on. They been had the lows locked down. They been you can't once I heard somebody say it, and it might have been Pink Book Lessons. I just missed it. They said once they get in there and they got their people in there, they not letting nobody else in. Yeah, she said it on another video. She was talking about she was talking about a African dude had a construction company, and it's on another one of her videos, and he had hired some Hispanics and he had some brothers working there. And he said the Hispanics start telling the African dude, hey, look, you need to fire these dudes and bring my cousins and my brothers in because they don't work hard as them or whatever. Dude was like, what? No, man. What are you talking about? Just because I'm an immigrant, that don't mean nothing. I got a company to run. Cause, hey, yeah, like he said, like she said, once they get in, they trying to take over and knock everybody else out. Great plan, awesome way to do stuff, but it ain't gonna work everywhere you go because everybody ain't with it. And just like it's some lazy black people, it's some lazy Hispanics, it's some lazy white people, it's some lazy people all around in every ethnic group. It's not just black people are lazy and da. No, it's because I know I work hard. The hell with what you say, I work hard. So that's all I got, good people. I just wanted to come in. I know I'm not consistent as I should be. I am still dropping the lives, and I'm probably gonna drop another live again. I just have to get off that so I can bring this in, and I'm probably gonna drop another live once I close this out. And hopefully we could do it again, man. Something like this made me perk my ears up, and so I jumped right into it. And that's what we did. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna look for another song because I done played that song a couple of times through the break. I'm gonna play another song, and then after that song drops, that's gonna be us, man. We gonna be we gonna be out of here. We gonna be out of here. So let me go to the song, man. I appreciate y'all coming in. Let me shout out my good people. I got Broken Traditions just coming in. Appreciate your Broken Traditions. Salute my brother. Leaving as soon as you get here. Yeah, man. You got to be on the replay game, man. You got to be on the replay game. Just rewind that thing and tell me what you think. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. My man G Hunter at the Steelmatic Network. Y'all go over there and subscribe if you haven't. G Hunter at the Steelmatic Network. Time, my friend Time came through. Show some love. Naomi, Miss Naomi came through and show some love. And always, my girl A-Team came through. My team came through. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Showing your boy some love. And I hope you was digging the live, man. I appreciate all the good content that's coming through. G Honda, Broken Traditions, and all the good people out there that's dropping great content, man. I'm trying to tighten up on my side. I've been looking loose. I just talked to Kofa the other day, and so we hopefully I'm gonna try to start doing some interviews. I may start doing some interviews. BT is one of them. I know he told me come on up to the studio and let's do this thing. So hopefully we'll probably do a reverse interview. He interviewed me and then I turn around and interview him. We'll pull a Kendra G. He's supposed to be interviewing me, but I end up interviewing him. Nah, I'm kidding. All right, good people. That's all for me. That's it for me. This is your boy Joe Blaze 1000. This is 1000 Watts Radio. I'm about to cut to the beat, cut to the music, and after you hear that music, that's gonna be us. We out.
You heard the man. Cut the goddamn tape. Just cut it.